The song's called All You Are. I wrote it with a simple chorus so anyone can sing along with it.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter where you are today. 'Cause all that matters is you are. 'Cause all you are today. All you are today. It doesn't matter what's gone past. No place for worry, fear, or crash. Everything you need, you already have. 'Cause all that matters is you are. 'Cause all you are today. All you are today.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Agape. It's good to be with you again. Just remember, in case you're here for the first time or you begin, let me remind you that Agape is a loving spiritual community of conscious individuals supporting each other's evolution. That's what we are. We're only here to support each other. Here's the key thing. Only you can evolve. Only you are responsible for your evolution. Everyone else can be there to maybe guide you, support you, but you have to do the work. So when we look at the word agape, agape means love. Greeks say unconditional love. The love of God operating through the human heart, according to Martin Luther King. I say love is acceptance. Total acceptance. So when I say I love me, I say I accept me as I am. I accept me without judgment. And from that point, I build my life to the most magnificent thing I can imagine. And I believe I do that for eternity. So if you haven't checked in on social media, please do. Hit that like button, hit that heart button, hit it a lot, hit it a lot, hit it a lot. Hit that share button. Give me comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me questions you've got during this. Be an active participant. Let's make this a two-way thing. So when I look at it after you've watched it, I can see what your questions are, what your concerns are. So maybe then I can help bring information that allows you to see it more clear. So with that, Let's bring our awareness to this time, to this place, and get into a comfortable seated upright position. Your back is straight. Your feet are resting on the floor or in cross leg. Your hands are gently resting on your lap. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. I want you to consciously take a deep breath in and let it go. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And one more. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Now I want you to bring your awareness to your heart center. In the center of your chest, on the spine. This is the fourth energy center, the fourth chakra. This is the energy center that lets you be intimate without fear, that lets you connect, that lets you love. It's the gateway between the human energy centers down below and the divine energy centers above. So I want you to breathe into your heart center. And as you breathe, I want you to see a beautiful ball of green light. It is spinning clockwise. It is going from your left ear up to your right ear in a circle. It's about 2 inches in diameter. It's going circular. And allow that green energy, now see it moving into your upper chest, your back, your neck, your head. See it now moving down your arms, into your hands and fingers, down your chest, into your abdomen, down your back, into your lower back. See that energy now move into your hips, your sacral area, down your right leg, left leg, into your ankles, your feet, and your toes. See that green light surround you, encapsulate you. This light heals. All you have to do is sit here and breathe. As you sit here and breathe, I'm going to do a mantra that I learned in India that addresses the clearing of this energy center, that activates it. You don't have to do anything other than feel the vibration of my sound in my voice and feel that vibration move into your heart. Just let the vibration of the word, it's not the meaning of the words I'm saying, it's the vibration of these words that I'm going to say in Sanskrit. Yam Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shri Matri Namaha Yam. Yam Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shri Matri Namaha Yam. Yam Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shri Matri Namaha Yam. The word in the mantra I want you to focus on this week is the word Yam. Y-A-M. The vibration of Yam is a vibration in the heart. So whenever you feel that your heart may be closed, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, breathe in, and on the exhale, just go Yam. Another deep breath in. Yam. One more. Yam. Notice how you're feeling. What's happening within your heart? Are you more peaceful? Are you more calm? Are you more centered? Are you more open? Moving our energy is the key to life. And today we took another step forward. So I invite you to embrace the feeling that you have right now and bring your awareness back into your body, back into your mind. When you're ready, open your eyes and welcome this new day. Today I'm going to continue my series on the Science of the Mind core concepts. And we're going to focus on today core concept number 5, the concept of wholeness. Just a refresher, when we talk about core concepts, they are the basic theories of how the universe works. We're going to look at this from a universal perspective, an infinite perspective, and we're going to look at it from a human perspective, from an individual perspective, from our mind, from our ego perspective. So realize that this is a universe of wholeness. Spirit is a transcendent and perfect whole. In its infinite nature, it harmoniously embraces all seeming opposites. So really, as we explore that, we understand that there's a universe. It's whole. What that means is there's nothing missing. Spirit is that, which means it transcends all things and is perfectly whole. There's nothing other than. By being whole and realizing there's nothing other than spirit, it means that seeming opposites are within it, and it embraces them harmoniously, light and dark, good, evil, everything, up, down. All of that is within wholeness. Nothing exists outside of wholeness. The dictionary definition of perfect is nothing lacking, essential to the whole, complete of its nature. This wholeness is what we mean when we say God is perfect. When we say God is perfect, we mean God is everything. There's nothing missing from it. In order to be perfect, you have to be whole. In order to be whole, the universal includes everything. Everything. And in that, it's perfect. Why is it perfect? Because there's nothing missing and there's nothing to compare against. When there's nothing to compare against, there's nothing to judge. So you can look at God and knowing it's whole, you can't judge it. It's everything. This concept of a higher power as a single principle, as in an inseparable wholeness, directly contradicts the belief in duality, which implies the existence of more than one power back of all things, God and the devil, for instance. Did you get that? I was brought up as a Christian. There's God, there's the devil, there's good, there is evil. In the idea that there is a higher power, and this higher power cannot be separated from this concept, that what we believe is the truth, this core concept of wholeness, meaning there is no devil that's separate from God. First off, in Christianity, the devil has been anthropomorphized into being a being. That's just not true. There's no such thing as that, because God is not a being. God is universal intelligence. God is all of consciousness expressing. However the terms you want to use, you can use them, but no term can define the infinite, so whatever you use, it actually limits it. But realize in wholeness, everything exists within it. Duality supposes opposing fundamental powers. Really get that. Duality supposes we must have with duality opposing fundamental powers. Wholeness can produce a multiplicity of forms, and it does, without disturbing its unity. But no second powers such as evil could exist within the one without destroying the fabric of wholeness. In other words, in religious science we teach that the infinite has individualized itself into infinite nature. You and I are part of that. I am an individualized point of consciousness within the infinite consciousness, and you are one as well, as is everything, a point of consciousness within the one. So we're still individualized, but we're a part of the whole. And we cannot be separated from the whole. The best idea of this is picture the ocean and picture a wave on the ocean. I'm a wave. You're a different wave. We're expressing uniquely. And yet, at the core of all that we are, once we get below the surface of the water, we're the ocean, and it is perfect. No second power exists, because if there was a second power, there could not be wholeness. The seeming opposites in human experience, freedom and bondage, good and evil, negative and positive, can be seen not as forces of conflict, but simply as two ways in which the one power can be used. I truly love that, because when you really think about the human experience, we have to have opposites in order to have desire, in order to have desire, in order to create so that we can have experience. You see, the infinite as whole cannot have experience, but the infinite as individualized as me, because there is the ability to choose, and there are opposites for me to choose, freedom and bondage, I can have experience. So in my human form, I'm always at choice to be free. I'm always at choice to be in bondage. Here's what I understand in the human world. Most of us are in bondage because we've been conditioned that way. We've been domesticated into believing we have to believe a certain way, act a certain way, because our parents have conditioned us. The churches and religions have conditioned us. Schools have conditioned us. Politics has conditioned us. Businesses has conditioned us. Mass media has conditioned us. To truly be free means to be an independent thinker. It means to be able to see that there are always two sides to every situation, and one is not better than the other. Actually, the experience of wholeness is the experience of perfect balance. Each of us as human beings is endowed with free will, and we can choose to experience freedom or bondage. We can choose to experience abundance or lack. We can choose to experience joy or misery. All of these lie within the infinite inclusivity of God. This is the beauty of life. We get to choose. How do we choose? Through what we believe. You want to know what you believe? Look at your life. Your life will reflect your beliefs. And remember, your beliefs are not truth. They're just thought habits. They're word habits. They're emotional habits. They're action habits. In order to change a belief, we have to change the habit of how we think, speak, act, and feel. We don't have to dig up an old belief. We can simply create a new one. Because our nature is a projection of God's nature, we have free will. And that's the beauty of life. Oh my God, that's the beauty of life. This freedom to choose implies the possibility of suffering or bondage. We will experiencing suffering or bondage if we have not understood or we misuse the laws of universal harmony. There has to be a consequence to a choice in order for there to be experience. But we're not punished by our choice. There's just a natural consequence to our choice. And we understand that when we choose freedom, There's a freedom about that. And you know what I'm talking about. When we choose bondage or limitation, there's a freedom, there's an experience of that as well. And you know what I'm talking about. So our emotions, how we feel after making a choice, tell us if we're choosing free or we're choosing bondage. What we call evil is not an entity or a force of any kind. We experience evil only to the degree that we are out of alignment with universal harmony. When we come back into alignment, the so-called evil disappears. The further away we get from understanding our wholeness with the infinite, the greater the evil or the unpleasant situation we will experience. The closer we come back to the universe, being a part of the one harmony, the more peace we have. That's why we talk about meditation so often at Agape, because meditation brings us into alignment with universal harmony. If you're having an experience that's not good because of a choice you made, the quickest way to relieve that is to come into meditation, to sit, to be still and listen. We teach meditation at Agape all the time because it's one of the greatest habits that we can possibly build to become self-empowered. See, we are not punished for our mistakes of ignorance or negative behavior, but we must experience through the impersonal action of the law the results of the choices we have made. You see, the aspect that brings us the consequence, it's impersonal. It's not punishing us. It's just if you put your hand over a fire, the closer you get to it, the hotter it's going to feel, till eventually it burns. The fire is not judging you. The fire is just giving a natural consequence. You get to choose where you place your hand in relationship to that fire. And if you bring it down real low right above it, it's going to burn. You're not being punishment. It's just an impersonal action of the law. I hope you get an idea today that wholeness is something that is our eternal journey, the experience of it. But when we're there for those moments that we get in meditation or an experience of seeing the allness and the harmony and the beauty of life, we find our source, we find our connection to source. So here's one of our we believe statements. It's in front of you on the screen. I'd invite you to say it with me. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that everything is God, and that includes us. Let us pray. I know there is one whole, perfect, inclusive presence. It is all wisdom, all beauty, all peace, all joy, all life. Everything is a seen, it is the unseen, the known, the unknown, and the unknowable. And I know that I am one with it. I know that you are one with it. As such, its creative power is my creative power. Its creative power is your creative power. This creative power responds to the nature of our belief. And I know because of that, I know that we can change our belief in each and every moment. And when we do, this creative power responds to us. This creative power never judges us, but this creative power responds to us. So I declare right here and now that I am guided and you are guided to a direct revelation of what is in the highest interest within my uniqueness, within your uniqueness, to begin creating in our lives. And I know as that wisdom pours forth, we are able to then build a belief surrounding that destination, that idea, that desire. And when we build that belief, that the creative power brings it forth. I know this because I have demonstrated it so many times in my life. That I open up to the infinite spirit within me, give it a clear picture of what it is I desire to experience, and it becomes mine. I know that if it works for me, it works for you, because it does not differentiate between its parts, because it can't, because it's whole. And so knowing this, I can go into gratitude. And when I go into gratitude, I know that the prayer is answered, so I let it be. I release it into the law that always births it, and I say, and so it is. Amen. So while we're here in this state of prayer, let's do our treatment for financial freedom together. This is about bringing abundance into our lives. So when you say this, and I highly invite you to make this an affirmation you use every day in your life, say it with emotion, because the feeling behind it gives the affirmation its power. So together, I live in gratitude, knowing that I am financially free to do what I want, when I want, and how I want. And so it is. Well, my friends, if you've received something from this message, and you consider yourself a part of this magnificent Agape community, if you're watching, you're a part of it. I invite you to support us. Realize that energy must circulate. And if someone is given, there must be a receive. And so I invite you to make a donation. You can text to give, you can scan the QR code, or simply go to agapespiritualcenter.com, click on the giving tab, and make either a one-time donation, or better yet, sign up and become an automated giver. I don't care if it's $5 a month, $5 a week, whatever it is. Become an automated giver. Plug in and say to the universe, by your action, that Agape is my spiritual home. If you want to keep in touch while you're on the website at agapespiritualcenter.com, join our email list. Therefore, you can receive my daily thoughts, and you can also get information about upcoming classes and upcoming events. Know that every day we offer you the opportunity to connect through meditations on Zoom every day at 7 a.m. I do a podcast every morning at 8 a.m. Thoughts That Can Change Your Life. It's on Facebook and YouTube. Each week we do an in-person meditation, an in-person Sunday service, and we do an online service like we're doing right now. On Wednesdays, we have gatherings where you can join us on Zoom and connect with like-minded people all over the world where we share. We're trying to provide you as many opportunities as you can to connect with like-minded people who will support you, and you can support them on their journey. If you are looking for individual support from one of our practitioners, their email addresses are on the website. You can contact Jean Wallach, Doreen Breedlove, or Jean or Susie Morrissey, and they would love to know your truth and pray with you. They can do that via text, they can do that via email, or they can arrange a phone call and can do it that way. With that, I want to say thank you for being here. And thank you for being your unique self, because it's your uniqueness that makes you special. Continue being unique, create a great week, and know that I love you and accept you just the way you are.